welcome, Queenie. Everything
Hi,
should
Bekka.
work. Nice. I'm super excited to have you here. So cool. Guys, let's welcome Queenie. She's part of a couple channel on Twitch called Blue and Queenie from the UK. Exclamation mark Blue and Queenie in chat. Queenie, would you like to introduce yourself a little bit to us? What is your channel all about?
Yeah, of course. So, yeah, as Bekka said, I'm Queenie. We basically play literally everything right now, but we are a partnered Twitch couple, and we are from the UK. I'm from Northern Ireland, so my accent's a little bit different than Simon's. He's from England, and yeah, we've been partnered for nearly 4 years, and we've been on Twitch for 5 years. So we've been going for quite some time.
Ah, cool. Nice though. Yeah, they are, in my opinion, a great example for having found their niche and a trademark in a way. I'll explain you why. I personally think niche because they are a couple channel, like they run the channel together. And also they have a trademark because they have a 3PC setup with double perspective. Go check it out. It looks super cool. That's also why I was looking forward to hear more about their whole channel concept. And I would say, Queenie, if you're ready, I start with the first topic, with the first question that I have prepared for you.
Yeah.
Talking about running a partner channel, how does that look like? Do you stream together one day one person and the other day the other person?
So we've always streamed together, but Simon's ill at the moment. So basically, yes, for 4 years and 10 months, we've been a couple stream. And with our divorce perspective, we've always sort of streamed together. Obviously, with Simon being ill, we haven't been able to, but we've always sort of tried our best to like stream together as one unit.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And how was it for you lately to
Yeah,
stream?
it's been fun, but obviously without having the other person, it's a little bit harder. It's
A
not
little
the
bit
same.
harder. More work, less free time, no?
Yeah,
Probably.
definitely,
Uh, what it
definitely.
what does your community love especially about your concept? Did you get
Um,
feedback?
I think that, we bounce off each other very well.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they've always like enjoyed that. And the biggest part is viewers get double the interaction.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the bounce back is quite unique. We gel sort of well. And on top of that, so when we're like, say for example, we play a FPS or a BR game that doesn't have spectator,
Mm-hmm.
if one of us dies, the other one can show their gameplay instead to show the rest of the battle. So the ending is always there.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I think I've seen you playing PUBG back then, right? Did you play
Yeah,
PUBG? Yeah, I
yeah.
remember that. That was cool. Um, are there any viewers that come only to see you and some that come to see Blue, or does it not really matter? What do you think?
Some viewers generally come to see Simon. They come to see Simon's
Yeah.
meal presence. But most of them are happy with either of us and both of us together. Like it's just sometimes Simon's meal preference can be a thing for some people.
Oh, really?
Yeah, no, that's totally fine. Like because Simon's more technical than me, so they might come in for technical advice and things like that.
Ah, okay, I get it.
Mhm.
And since you've been streaming like a little bit more solo, do you think it switched a little bit towards they're also looking for the female presence? Or
I I generally think most of them are the exact same. They're happy with us both together or just
yeah,
me. They
okay.
haven't really changed too much. I thought
Mm-hmm.
about it and I was like, no, I don't think they've changed at all.
Well,
They're
that's cool.
exactly the same.
That's cool. Um, also, you said you guys started streaming in 2015, right? Became partnered in 2016. And you both run the stream as your full-time business. How did you make Twitchpartner? Like, was it a game that helped you, for example, or the concept of running a partner channel? Or would you even say that made it harder somehow?
So basically, we made Twitchpartner on about 250 viewers back then, but
Oh, nice. Yeah.
uh, we both wanted to be full time.
Mm-hmm.
We sort of struggled to keep that pace. So what happened was that we were trying our best to sort of keep the hours up, and we just couldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
So back then there really wasn't like sponsors or anything like that. They just didn't exist. This was like 5 years ago, where there was not really game sponsors, there wasn't peripheral sponsors. So there wasn't additional support for like two people to stream. And Twitch sort of became more accessible, and there's like 4 million streamers. So we've sort of hit round about an average of 100 now.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I think we got partnered on Desi, so we sort of went to that game. That was our main game. Desi's never been like a huge game.
What is that
So
game?
Daisy. It was like
Ach,
a
Daisy.
survival
Ah,
game.
yeah, I know. The zombies, no? Or
That's
some.
it, yeah.
Ah, yeah, yeah. Oh, cool.
So we partnered on that originally.
What do you mean with how many hours? Like how many? You couldn't keep up the hours. How many hours was that back then?
So we never had a schedule back then. So we were streaming sometimes 10 hours, sometimes
Oh.
like 30 hours. It completely depended on our work and our
Mm-hmm.
work schedules. So it's just completely different every
Mm-hmm.
week.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. So you would also say it was like some sort of main game that you like a game that you mained, but not like the top category, but like a category with a big viewership, right? Back
Yeah.
then. So basically, like for example, Dark Souls 3 also
Yeah.
has like a big community behind it. Yeah, that's interesting. Cool. And so would you think it was a game or also the concept of being a partner channel? Or would you say it was a bit harder for you guys as you did the partner channel? Or how was the response back then?
I think the couple stream back then was unique.
Mm-hmm.
There wasn't too many people who could do it. The thing is, we've always sort of been community focused, so it's a bit of both. It's a bit of everything. I think it was the fact that it was a little bit unique, but in general, I think it was more us that was a little bit different. Like our accents as well and everything.
Mm-hmm.
It was a bit of an appeal.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it was just everything rolled into one.
Yeah, true. Cool. Um, what I also wanted to ask is yeah, as you mentioned, you guys focus a lot on community activities, no? So let's get into that community topic, such as running, for example, your Minecraft servers, your community servers, and community events. How does it look like when you do it, and what servers do you have, and what happens on community events?
So me and Simon have always sort of been focused on community sort of servers and everything like that. We actually met in Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4 community together.
Oh, really?
So
Oh,
we
cool.
literally, yeah, exactly. We've always loved that aspect. And when we moved to Twitch, we wanted to do the same. So what we do with the events is we personally organize every single one. We what we try and do, we try and minimize confusion as much as possible. So we put it on the website. We do events and giveaways and tournaments and keep everybody, in the loop and know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
The events, we try our best to keep them PvE.
Mm-hmm.
So that means that, not everybody can, not everybody likes PvP or straightforward PvP. So it includes everybody if it's PvE events like
Mm-hmm.
boss battles and stuff like that. And we'll put up a bit of artwork. Simon will make some type of artwork for the event so that everybody can see where we're going in the map, what we're doing, what we're fighting, and things like that. Sort of that it's easy enough to understand, and everybody can get on the same page on the day.
Oh, cool. How many Minecraft servers do you run?
We run 2 Minecraft and 2 Ark.
And 2 Ark. And on Minecraft, there was this one server where you kind of collect something like Pokemon. What was it called, right?
Oh, Pixelmon.
Pixelmon. Do you still have it?
We still have it for now, yeah.
Okay,
So
and it's still fun.
it is. It's a lot of fun. It's anybody who used to watch Pokemon as a kid will love Pixelmon. It's one of those things where it just when you play it, it's like two combined games. It is Pokemon and it is Minecraft. So anybody who likes Minecraft and likes Pokemon will just be like totally
Yeah.
absorbed by both of them together.
Yeah, I can imagine. I mean, it's also and can you play it with your community, like you all on that server, and can also fight against each other, or?
Yeah,
Yeah?
exactly. That's the good part about Pixelmon is that it's you can raise your own Pokemon, you can level them up, and then you can actually battle against the community. Obviously, it's not a PvP situation because it's Pokemon
Mm-hmm.
versus
Mm-hmm.
Pokemon. So it's a fine arrangement. It's like it's a PvE and PvE combined into one go, so nobody gets upset.
No, that
It's
sounds super
easier.
interesting. For a community, yeah, I can
Yeah.
imagine. Have you? Let's switch over to the topic working together with companies. You also said it in the beginning, like when you started, there wasn't much with like sponsorships or, yeah, like earning money from also not only Twitch, no? You have been working together with some big companies such as Elgato, for example. I saw that in Corsair. What is your advice for getting into contact with those companies? Like, what is your advice for streamers who want to reach out to companies? What is the best way to do it?
So this is something that obviously 5 years ago wasn't a thing. So now it's a thing more in the last 3 years. And 99% of it is going to be meeting the companies and the representatives in real life.
Mm-hmm.
So, for example, Steel Series, Aces, you really have to meet them in person.
Mm-hmm.
Creating a sponsorship deck is important. I just want to sort of put that out there. It is important, like having your achievements, your analytics, your collaborations, everything that you have to show should be on like a web page or something like that. You should have something to represent to them as well. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
not at the event, but as a forward email after that.
Yeah.
And the biggest thing is when you get into that mindset and when you do start putting a sponsorship deck across, I think the biggest thing to look at is like negotiating contracts after that. And it can be very, very tricky because you don't know what you want to ask from them, and you don't know if you're asking too little or too much. That's the hard part. But eventually you'll get used to it and you'll figure that out yourself and what other content creators do and what they offer. So you sort of get to that point eventually. But in the end, it's worth it, and you can figure out what you can do for them. So you can
Mm-hmm.
offer them stuff, and they'll say, right, well, for that we can offer you this, and it's like it's a give and take with
Mm-hmm.
sponsorships. You have to give, and so do they. So that's exactly what it is with them.
So you've been basically going to a lot of like gaming events then to.
Yeah, I think giving events is very important. If you want the contacts, you have to go and meet them. Like
Mm-hmm.
you just have to. You won't be able to find a contact or get a proper reply without going and like investing your time to go and meet them and see them in person, so they gauge, the
Okay.
person you are and stuff like that.
So you never really just wrote to a company with your sponsoring deck.
We have, but at this stage, we have most of the contacts, and we've already
Okay.
done a lot of sponsorships. So with that, we have that on our sponsorship deck. We already have, all our collaborations written down. We send them that. They see it. They check if it's true or not.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, okay, well, they're already credible. So it's different where when you're starting out, you have to go to these events.
Mm-hmm.
But once you've got your name out there and you've already got like collaborations before and that history, it's easier to just to mail a company,
Mm-hmm.
with everything you've got.
And this streaming deck, I can imagine it like a set card probably, right? Where you, like, if you're modeling, you have a set card and you show off, or what you put in like Twitch KPI or socials KPIs, or what kind
Yeah.
of key things would you put in a deck?
So, personally, right, this is what I would sort of put in it. I would put, obviously, in about you, your achievements, your history, and what you've been done, and then your analytics. Everybody wants to see the analytics, so it has to be your viewer numbers and everything else. It has to be just in a little compact form. Whatever you can do, as easy as you can get it, but make it simple to read.
Do you think that your social analytics are also important, or mostly the Twitch analytics?
Everything.
Everything. Okay, your whole reach you put in. Okay, cool. So you basically don't even make use of some sort like talent agency, like as you know everything yourself, and you are your own talent agency basically, no?
Yeah, we have used agencies in the past, but no matter what you do, even a talent agency will ask you for a sponsorship deck so they can promote. They'll sometimes do you up one. They'll be like, right, here is your statistics. Do you want to give us some information about you to put on that you would approve? But they'll still ask you for it. You're better off keeping your own sponsorship deck. And then when the talent agencies come to you about it, that you'll be like, right, here's my sponsorship deck. Take what you need from that, and yeah, improve on it if you'd like.
That was some super nice insight that I wasn't even aware of, that you need a deck and something like that. I mean, my personal experience was just I was once in like a talent agency and they made some paper for me with my KPIs basically, but not like a deck. So thank you so much for sharing that information with us. It was really, really helpful. Have to think about that, what I would put into that. Really cool. Yeah, you also have a homepage. Like, how important do you think is a homepage?
Oh, is a website you mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
It obviously depends on the streamer, but for us, it's pretty important. So our website has been personally built by Simon. So Simon built it from the ground up. We have it specified to us completely, and anything we want to add, Simon just adds it on or fixes it, or he changes it every so often, and increases the visibility or the artwork or anything like that. But So what we did was we teamed up with Nichiro,
Mm-hmm.
and Nichiro gave it. So what we did was we gave them a Twitch tile, and they gave us web space, the domain, and everything else. So they provided that us for us, so we haven't had to like put an out cost. I know a lot of streamers have to pay for their website and their domain, and it costs a lot. And I can see how a lot of people don't have it and why they don't have it,
Yeah.
because it is a lot of cost and the maintenance. If you don't know how to do Photoshop, you don't know how to do web editing like Simon can, you have to hire somebody. So again, I see why streamers try and avoid it. They just have a domain, they'll link it to the Twitch. So I
Mm-hmm.
get that. But on our webpage, we have our servers, we have our events, we have our specs, wallpapers, about us, we have Twitch guide, we have a mod application. You know, we have so much on there based on our grinder community, just to give them more information and things like that. That we sort of want to have it. Like we need it. We want to have
Mm-hmm.
that extra like communication with those guys. We just want that little bit extra, just for us. But not everybody needs it. But for us, it's very important. I think for anybody who is a partner, I would definitely recommend having a website, because at the end of the day, sponsors look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Your community will want to have it. They'll maybe, if you do a giveaway, it'd be nice to have a page about it,
Mm-hmm.
and vice versa. You know, for commands, things like that. A website is quite important.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's
no,
so cool.
Blue does most of our stuff. Blue does our layouts, mostly our OBS, technical things, anything like that. Simon sort of does. I'm more of the inputs or yes or no.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more of the decision at the end of it. So I say yes, no. Simon's more of ideas and technical, and I'm more of pros and cons at the end of it, and be like, I don't agree with that, or yes, that looks amazing.
Yeah.
So
So Queenie says it's important to have a homepage, and I get why. Because yeah, as I see, you have a lot with giveaways and stuff, and also I like the idea of having a mod application there and everything on like one place. That's really cool. Also, you can see your Twitch stream, like when Queenie is live, that's also getting embedded on the page. That's super cool feature. Let's talk about the setup thingy. No? Like your channel, the whole background, the setup is already amazing. Also, how you've been setting everything up with the three angles. If you follow the stream a little bit, they sometimes switch around. Like you can see the Blue and Queenie or Queenie from different angles. That is super cool. And I wanted to know, how did you come up with that idea? Did you get inspired, or did you like brainstorm together how your dream setup shall look like?
So originally, Simon started playing with a double vision perspective on YouTube videos. He actually did quite a few. We were in a clan together, and he did all their video editing. He did all their YouTube. So he started doing that. And basically, he wasn't really satisfied with it. He didn't really like the whole, there was just comments. You couldn't like speak to them. Like YouTube is just comments, and it wasn't live feedback, or wasn't live interaction. So we switched to Twitch in 2015, and what happened with Twitch was we only had 240p webcams and a single monitor each. So when we started, it looked potato. It really looked quite bad. But that was the thing back then. There wasn't like 1080p webcams or 720p. So it grew with the community. Basically, what we did was we got to 400 followers, and a lot of people started asking us for a donation tile. And we were like, right, okay, we'll do that. So we opened donations, and every time somebody donated, we put it into the stream, and we bought our second monitor each, so I didn't have to read chat from a phone. And then we upgraded our cameras. We actually got Logitech C525. That was the upgrade. That was only up to 720, and then we moved to C920s, and we just sort of evolved from that. And it was all from the stream. So our stream is basically it's a pure product of our community. It's not something that we just invested all our money into. We evolved from everybody helping us out. So here we are.
I mean, it's just amazing because, I mean, some people can also stream for like 5 years and never really evolve when it comes to their cam or their mic, you know what I mean? And it's just awesome to see how you guys have been evolving then. Do you have some old footage of your cam when it wasn't even 720p?
We have loads of clips from back then. maybe not the very old ones, I think.
Oh, I
Some
would
of them
love
are,
to see that. Oh,
I can
cool.
see if I can link you one, but it's like, it's very potato.
I don't
Uh,
have to show it publicly. I would just love to see that, how that
oh
actually
yeah,
looked like. It would be so
oh
cool.
yeah,
Yeah,
oh yeah.
nice.
I'll show you that before the green screens. We've got a couple, but it's like, oh, here's one. Do you know what? 4 years ago, I can send you a clip.
Yeah, please.
You can show this one if you want. It's up to you. But yeah, check that one out. That should be maybe 480p cameras. I'm not sure. I think one of us had a good camera and the other one
Oh
didn't.
my god, really? Wow. Wait, let me check. I'll put that quickly on stream. Yeah, cool. I mean, some people are still streaming with these cams, no? I
No, yeah,
mean,
they are.
yeah.
Yeah, these are.
It
I
doesn't
think.
even look that potato, but yeah, with your standards, of course it looks potato. But
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
some people still even stream with those cams. No? What cam was that? Did
That
you?
would have been, so one of us had a C525. I think that was Simon, and I had I believe it was an old Microsoft one. It didn't even have say what it was, but it was definitely like 480p or 240. I can't remember which one, but it was definitely a really scrappy one. So mine blurs a bit more than Simon's.
And what
But
cams are you using now?
so we're using F5 100s with an Elgato Cam Link
Mm-hmm.
attached to them.
Oh, cool.
So it's a Sony camera
Mm-hmm.
and it has like a huge lens on it. So it works. It's really really good. Obviously it's a bit too close, but it works at the moment. Hopefully in the new house when we move in, we'll be able to like move further back instead of it being so close up.
Is it like a lens with bokeh effect then?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I love that so much. I love like bokeh, or I also love the wide angle effect that you have like a small setup actually, and you have like a wide angle lens, and it looks so huge in the background. I like both. I couldn't even decide, but maybe you can also switch it up, no? Do you have only that bokeh lens or also others?
No, we have the other camera on as well. So we have two A5 100s side by side for me.
Okay.
And we also have a actually it might be in the background. We have this one, which is an RX 100 Mark V. It's pretty decent, but this one's a 4K camera, and you can't put a lens on it, so that's why we don't use it anymore. We just use it for filming in real life and stuff like that. And so any filming in real life, we use this one.
Okay.
It's better. So.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Nice, Lau. Um, yeah, I mean, you've been answering that question already a little bit, like with the whole cam stuff, that you basically got supported by the community and evolved together and didn't have like to put a lot of money into it yourself. I was also wondering, when it comes to your setup, no? Did you get powered or sponsored by companies because of your great concept or something, or did you have to put a lot of money into your own setup, like the whole PC and screens and stuff yourself?
It's bits and pieces. Since we built our own PCs and we were already gamers by that stage, so we already had our own PCs for our setups when
Yeah.
we started. We have been working with other companies to improve our setups. So, for example, NVIDIA gave us a 2070 recently, and they've also given us two 2060s. And then I don't know if you'll remember, but last year we actually got sponsored by them to give away 6 2060s. We got like an award with them, like a community award. We got to give
cool.
away so many 2060s. So a lot of our community got them. That was pretty awesome. And we've also worked with like Aces. We've worked with Plantronics for our peripherals. Like my headset is Rig. Most of our stuff, like our keyboard and mouse, is all Aces. So we worked with a lot of companies to improve it now. We've also worked with Scan. Scan we work with, and they helped us get our stream PC. Our whole PC was sponsored by Scan and Western Digital to do that. And we did that build on front page. So.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that. That was cool.
Like originally, no. But throughout the years, yeah, we've been sponsored mostly for our peripherals.
And what do you mean with the community award? Like, what did you get it for, the community award?
Basically, it was NVIDIA's community award. It was just that we have an amazing community.
Okay,
and we're
cool.
community streamers, and they give us the award from that.
Oh, nice. And do you have also like a physical award? Was that in the background or
no.
something? No, just like you got, yeah, you just got
Just our
awarded.
graphics card.
Okay, cool, nice. No, awesome. I didn't even see that they did something like that. Cool, nice. how would you describe your game spectrum? Variety, meaning, or like your genre, basically, at the moment?
I would still say it's variety. I at the moment I play mostly Minecraft, but Simon's ill, and that's mostly because he doesn't really like Minecraft. So
Oh, really? He doesn't
I
like
get away with
Minecraft?
saying it. No, he's not a big Minecrafter. He's more of
Oh,
FPS and stuff like that. So
I
as
wouldn't have
he's
thought.
ill, yeah.
Cool. He's FPS, okay. So you are more the Minecraft lover, but do you also love FPS a lot, or?
Yeah, it's how
Yeah.
me and Simon met. So
Yeah.
yeah, we still love FPS and
Yeah.
survival games.
Oh, cool. That's also already a good transition to the next question, because do you play the same titles off stream that you play on stream, or are that other games?
So sometimes we play a lot of games off stream. Simon game to stream or just play off stream is Killing Floor 2.
Mm-hmm.
He really loves that game, like really loves it. On the weekends we play like Ark with our community.
Mm-hmm.
We play that quite a lot. On the weekdays, obviously I play a lot of Minecraft as it is streaming, so I don't tend to play it off stream. But I play literally anything like Valorant or TFT with the
Oh, cool.
community. So anything that they're sort of into, I will jump in as well.
I need to add you on Valorant.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
we
I'm
should have a
not
game.
good, but it's like one of the shooters that I actually like, because I don't really like shooters that much, but Valorant is super funny. I
Yeah, I
need to add
agree. I
you.
like Valorant. I
So
like it. Yeah, we should have a game. I'm not very good either, but
yeah,
it's fun.
you can carry me then. You will be good enough. I mean, cool. And what are some of your favorite games that you streamed so far, and why?
So I would say we got to give credit to Daisy because it got us partnered, got us for
Mm-hmm.
well, it didn't get us partnered, but that's the game we played. So
Yeah.
Daisy, PUBG, survival games we generally do love. We sort of always get attached to them. Um, for me, I love a lot of community. Anything I can play with other people. Like
Yeah.
I'm not a massive single player person.
Mm-hmm.
Multiplayer is definitely for me. So anything I can play with community with is I really really love.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I mean, you're a bit emotional when it comes to the game that you got partnered with, of course. I mean, for me, it was also Dota, but then later on, I also kind of switched because I felt, I don't know how it was for you with Daisy, but in Dota, I couldn't really read a lot of chat. Like my chat
Yeah.
interaction was a bit, I don't know. Like there are better games for interacting with chat than Dota. It's actually the worst game to interact with the chat. How is it in Daisy?
Daisy was in between. So you have massive PvP moments, and then you would have maybe 2 hours of not seeing anybody, so you could speak to chat. But the PvP moments could last 1 hour, maybe 3 hours. So you could be sitting there trying to kill a squad, and they come back and they get their gear, and then you fight them again. So sometimes chat wasn't like being interacted with for maybe an hour, but the other 3 hours that it was quiet, they would have been. So sometimes it was
Mm-hmm.
a bit like Dota, and then other times it wasn't.
Mm-hmm. And how was it for you? Like, so you started with the Daisy and then it came PUBG or something else afterwards?
We moved from Daisy to PUBG, and then PUBG to Variety, and then at the moment I'm mostly on Minecraft, but I still play anything at this point.
Oh, and how was the switch from Daisy to PUBG with your community and the feedback and also maybe numbers? How was that for you?
That was hard.
That
That
was
was
hard,
really
right?
hard. Yeah, they're two different games. Going from hardcore survival to a BR. A lot of people may not have liked it too much, but I think our core audience always stayed with us. So I'm pretty happy and content with that. They didn't have to stay around, but they were there with us,
Mm-hmm.
just for us.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm so super happy to see that. It was hard. It was a big hit to our viewership, but would I do it again? Yes, I would 100% do it again. If something else like PUBG came out, or Daisy, something that I enjoyed, I would do it in a heartbeat. I would still do the exact same thing. So yeah, I would agree. It was fun.
So, as like a resume out of that, you would probably also recommend people to look for a game that they main at the beginning to grow to partner, right? Variety is a bit
Uh,
harder.
Variety is hard, but you get a better community built up from variety, where they don't mind what you play, and they enjoy different games. Maining one game, I'm sure as you know, for Dota is good because you always keep that viewership, and you're always known in that category. But it's bad in a sense that if you get sponsored for anything, or you have to change game, or something
Yeah,
happens
that's
that game
true.
or goes down, then you're pretty much in trouble.
Yeah, like if you like, for example, in Dota, like average over 100, and then you play like one other game that's sponsored, you can easily drop to like 30, 40 viewers, and you don't even need the requirements anymore that you need for that sponsored campaign. Yeah, true. Because people are basically there for the game and for you, but the goal of a variety streamer is actually that the people are there for you, right? And not mainly for the game, and the focus is a lot on the chat box interaction. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted to come to the topic schedule. Also at the beginning, you said you didn't have a schedule at the beginning because you were still working, right?
Yeah.
But now, how important is a schedule? Does it matter?
I definitely think it matters now. When we got partnered without a schedule, that was because it was early 2016, and yeah, it's completely changed. Like Twitch is really changed. Like there's 4 million streamers for a start.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
45,000 partners. That's quite a lot of people. Um, so yes, 100%. You need a schedule nowadays. It's really important. Back then, obviously, anything went. There wasn't as many streamers, but now it's 100% important because your viewers want to know when you're live next. So that's definitely a must. Anybody trying to get partnered or even trying to grow without a schedule, it's going to be a very tough battle. Like a very tough battle. I think our issue is that we can't stream GTRP because we have tons of friends over there and we want to go and actually stream that. But the queue, there's a massive queue into the biggest servers, and it's just impossible. Even with the schedule, it's impossible to schedule time for a queue because it could be 1 hour, it could be 6. So that's the biggest issue right now for anybody who's doing RP. They can't work on a schedule, but everybody else does work on a schedule on Twitch.
Yeah, true. Oh, I'm looking forward to see you guys playing RP one day. Maybe that would be cool. I was trying it, but on a German. No, it was an English server actually, like not a big one. But I was so excited, and I don't know, it was crazy to kind of act somehow, and I couldn't get out of my comfort zone. It was just so overwhelming to do RP.
You'd be good at it. You'd be really good.
Yeah, maybe if you like do it a little bit longer. But yeah, I'm excited to see you guys doing that. Would be cool. So you actually signed up for the server, or?
Yeah, we've got access to both the biggest TTRP servers. We applied quite some time ago. We got in, but our issue is just trying to get on the goddamn server.
Yeah, of course. Oh, cool.
So
yeah, you would say schedule is important. And where do you see, like where do you public how do you say that, where do you post your schedule, or what do you think, where do people see your schedule, on Twitch or on Discord or on social media?
So we have it on I have it on my OBS. When I want to link it or speak about it, I just click it up and show it on the stream.
Okay.
Discord and Twitter is up to the person and their community. Personally, I would recommend don't put it that much on Twitter unless it's something special, like you're doing something different this week. But we do it on Discord because our community, the ones that want to see it, they're always going to be there. So, yeah. Also, another thing is if you have a regular streaming time, put it up on your offline screen. Put it up there.
That's a good tip. Yeah. I'm mostly. Do you always have regular streaming times?
Yeah, we have. We stream every day, 3 p.m. GMT.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so probably having, I mean, I can imagine that having a regular schedule is so much better because people always know, even if they don't look up the schedule. I struggle with having a regular schedule every week at the same time, but I have to think about it. Maybe you do even less streams, but therefore they're always the same time now. Yeah, good point. Need to think about it. Yeah, that's also, as I was mentioning Twitter, you were mentioning Twitter, social media. You guys are performing incredibly awesome on social media too. What would you say is the most important social media for a Twitch streamer?
So all social medias that you have are very, very important. Unfortunately, it helps with brand sponsors and networking with other streamers, so you have to maintain them. Twitter is very, very important. Facebook not so much, but it's good to have. Instagram is also very important to have. I think you need to have Instagram and Twitter 100%.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to get discovered on Twitch alone, so you definitely need other platforms to help boost that. YouTube's also very important, but it's hard to stream full time and do YouTube.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely. It's so hard.
Yeah, I bet you'd agree with that.
Editing a video takes already hours. Then you might have just like 3 or 4 streams a week and have like one whole day for a video or something. It's crazy. Yeah. What do you think about TikTok, for example?
We don't use TikTok, but we've got the name for it. We considered it. But I don't know what to post on it yet. I gotta think on it and what everybody would like to see. I was thinking maybe Alfie pictures or Alfie little videos because he does a lot of stupid things, but I don't actually know yet.
Yeah,
I don't know much about TikTok. Do you do TikTok, don't you?
I do TikTok, yeah, and I have to say there are a lot of amazing people coming over from TikTok. It's like one of my favorite social media at the moment when it comes to growing the community, and because you can just go into that gaming genre and really just attract people that also like gaming, you know. And I feel that's sometimes a bit hard for me on Instagram because yeah, I don't have like the best setup to constantly post it, not like you guys, for example. But yeah, so it's kind of for me doing some fun videos or doing some videos about some scenarios in games where you're just noob around or shoot noobs or whatever game, about a certain game, about Dota, for example, make some videos, some pranks, some fun videos. I have really a lot of fun and I'm enjoying it a lot. So I think...
So would you put it like above Twitter for you or Instagram?
No, I would not put it above Twitter. Twitter is mostly for me to see like, to follow the companies and my streamer friends, to really see what's going on. Like I get most of my news from Twitter. I basically always know how are my friends doing. I don't regularly have to contact you guys, but I can read your Twitter and see what's going on, or I can see what companies are doing, what new sponsorship campaigns, giveaways for the community, whatnot. So I think Twitter is super important, but for me, TikTok would be probably second important over Instagram, because TikTok is just, you grow so much and there are so many awesome people coming over who love gaming, who know about Twitch already, and it's just great. I don't know.
That makes sense.
Yeah, my person. But yeah, everybody has their own preferences with social media. I was thinking of another one. Is there another important one? Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok.
You said Discord.
Discord, yeah. Discord is super important also. I think every streamer should have a Discord, right?
Yeah, I agree with that.
I mean, some people still use TeamSpeak. I get it, but I personally only use Discord. I don't use TeamSpeak anymore. Do you guys use TeamSpeak?
No, we stopped using it like 3 years ago at this point. I think Discord is the main thing to use nowadays.
I think so too. What is your best performing social media?
Oh, Twitter and Instagram are pretty much equal. Twitter, it's hard to say because the thing is they both work on two different algorithms. Instagram does well because we only have to post like twice a week on it. You know, in general, you'll be able to grow if you post like 4 or 5 times on Instagram, but I don't think anybody can do that if they do Twitch as well. So Twitter is technically better. Twitter's better for growth in like the Twitch category. If people are looking for sort of like pictures and stuff like that, Instagram is better. But I think that it's completely two different audiences. Like Twitter is more of opinion based, whereas Instagram is obviously picture based and setups. Setups is a big thing on Instagram. So Simon prefers Instagram, but I've been taking over Instagram quite a lot now, so I mostly do it. And we both work on Twitter a lot. We both try and build that. So it's really hard to say, but I still prefer Twitter personally.
What is your tip to grow on Twitter? Do you have anything in mind, or does it just come naturally?
Just be engaging, and I think that's the biggest thing with Twitter, is that if you're engaging and, you know, I think the point or the biggest problem on Twitter is you need to avoid drama. If you want to grow your Twitch through Twitter, avoid it. It's not going to help you in the long run. I think a lot of people think it does. I've seen so many streamers with 20k followers, and when they stream, they have 10 to 30 viewers. They don't have those following from Twitter to Twitch because they've just grown it just on drama
Just
alone.
on drama,
And
yeah.
that's not going to work.
No, it makes perfect sense, yeah. Yeah, cool. Thank you. Also, Queenie, I would like to know, what is the best thing about full-time streaming on Twitch for you?
It is the perfect job. I think that if you can make your hobby, your job, it's perfect. I'm sort of very passionate about streaming. When we started, I wasn't so sure, because for me it's quite difficult to like be on camera and speak to everybody and stuff like that and engage. Like I was used to engaging with everybody like from a community standpoint, but focusing on so many things at once was difficult. But I enjoy it so much. I think that it's something unique, and it's something that a lot of people in the real world probably don't understand. But making a hobby a job is incredibly rewarding, I think.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Yeah.
Do you also have like one point, like what is the worst thing about it for you?
Yeah, so there is the problem with streaming is trying to turn off from streaming. It's 24/7, so you're constantly like looking at Twitter, Discord, Facebook. Everything is surrounded by this job, so there's no switch off. So it's emails, it's reports, it's invoices, it's social media, like the planning. If you've got a community, which is a big part of our channel, it's community, it's photos, lighting, hardware, website ideas. There's so much, like events, and it's all in your mind. Even bot commands, like that's a big problem. I have to do a bot command and it'll be like spamming in the channel, be like, oh crap, I forgot to turn that off,
Yeah.
from the last day. So it's always on your mind, and you can never properly have a break from it. You'll always be thinking what's next, or what you have to do next, or is there something I forgot. It's constantly on your mind. So I think that's the worst part of being a streamer, is that there's no off button. You always got to think about it.
Do you sometimes have the feeling that you are, yeah, not burnt out, but super drained? What do you do then? Like, do you have to get away from home, or can you also relax today somehow? At home, sorry, today at home.
I don't know. I don't think I handle any of that well, to be honest. I actually don't know what I fully do to de-stress. It's just some days I'm more either stressed out or worried, and then other days I'll be completely fine. I'll be back to my normal self. So I don't actually know.
You don't actually
I
know.
don't really do anything for it. I just think I just keep going.
I personally, for me, it's super hard to keep going, because there is like one point when I hit that point, my stream becomes super bad. I don't want to read messages anymore. I don't want to engage with people. So I personally, but that's just my type. I regularly have to have my like recharge phases and whatever it is, like being a lot of outside active yoga, meditation. And if I'm not in the right mindset, I can't stream properly. I cannot just keep going. People will always see that it's kind of fake. Like I'm not happy about streaming then in that moment, and I just rather don't stream. I really struggle there. I couldn't just keep going every day for hours and hours. Like I could do off-stream work, but being on camera is something for me where I constantly have to be like, okay, you're reaching your levels, Bekka. You have to make a stop. And sometimes I also think like getting away from home is good, because you can't do anything, or I have to like switch off my phone on purpose so I don't like check my phone. Or be like, okay, today at 8 it's stop. You stop working at 8, no matter what comes. And then whenever somebody, like when you're in a conversation in Discord, you don't want to be that person who doesn't respond. But I kind of learned to just not respond. If people are upset about it, so be it. But that's my well-being, and I stop and I go offline, and that's it. Because otherwise I can't handle that. So wow that you can do it, and still be so positive and entertaining on stream.
It doesn't. I think I always try to. If there's something I don't find like I'm entertaining enough, I'll try and come off instead and just go and chill out with the community. But it's just, I don't know. I just don't think I have a proper way of dealing with it. I don't think there's no perfect way to deal with this type of job, like trying to rewind or sit back and relax. I don't think there's any proper way because it will always be in your mind. So
Yeah, that's true.
there's no way to get rid of the thoughts of crap, I've got this to do next. So there's always just something in the back of your mind, even if it's like in your subconscious, you're just thinking, I gotta do this next. There's always something you have to do
Yeah.
when you next go on. You can't just switch off for 4 days because it's just not fully possible.
I feel like personally I have to do it because this constantly thoughts in my head make me sick at the end of the day. It makes me not perform anymore. So for example, if you do like meditation or something where you learn to have like at least like 5 minutes or 10 minutes of no thoughts in your head, I think it's so refreshing. I don't know. But I mean, it's also like everybody's so different and some people really go on full speed for a long time. They're not that sensitive to stress. But yeah, I'm personally super sensitive to stress. So that's a struggle there. But I feel you, like if you do Twitch streaming, it's 24/7, you're constantly available and you have to kind of find your own personal work-life balance. Otherwise you're done. And I see a lot of people constantly having to say, I have to go offline, I have to take off, I have this. It's perfect. I mean, you have to take off if you don't feel well because it will be just a bad stream. But I also think if you manage your resources and know which type you are, then you can kind of avoid these long breaks in between, no?
Yeah, I agree.
So I also wanted to ask you, yeah, as we were talking about it, the availability, you said 24/7. So it sounds to me that you're kind of always available also for your community and you even play with your community on weekends and in the evening, right?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
So even when the stream ends, we're generally always on Discord, like either, gaming or speaking to them or, answering DMs and stuff. DMs is generally a constant thing.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we're always there. Like we don't really switch it off. Like unless we're sleeping.
Okay.
As soon as we're up, we'll like answer DMs or something wrong. We'll always like try and answer them the best we can. We're not perfect, but we try and do everything as much as we can. So yeah, we're always available, I think is the best thing to say.
So with your DMs, do you answer them really daily, like every day, or do you also have something like I answer from like 5 to 7, or I answer DMs every second day, or do you really like answer all the DMs every day, or is there any?
So it depends. Some days there's like hundreds of DMs about something. Maybe not hundreds, but there's a load of DMs about one particular subject. Like for example, we have an event going on. People are like, this, and this, like what's happening? And I'll be like, hold on, I've only announced it on stream. I haven't put any artwork or anything out, so calm down. And we try and answer everything. I've always been particularly bad with answering DMs compared to Simon. Like I'll read them, I'll acknowledge them, I'll answer them on stream sometimes. If they send me one on stream, I'll be like, yeah, got it, no problem. Wait till after the stream. I'll see if I can answer. But I always try and answer as quick as possible. It's not always possible to answer every single DM in a day, but I'll always try and answer them if I can, or acknowledge them that I've seen them read and I'm gonna deal with it that day or later on. Answer later on.
Oh, interesting. Wow. 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 We put so much work into it. Crazy, no?
It depends. I mean, for obviously, it's a community channel at the end of the day. So it's all run by us, and everybody wants a lot of answers from us. We try and get everybody to go to the mods, but it doesn't always work that way. So they'll come to us about a lot of questions and queries, and we're always trying to answer. Like, it's just how it works. I know some people will call me out and be like, no, I do read them. I just... I acknowledge them. I just need to take time to reply to it.
I mean, also in the end, you are two people, no? Like most of the streamers are only one person, and you are two. So it maybe kind of splits a little bit. Not everybody DMs just you, but also Simon, right?
Yeah, that's it. They don't get an answer from me.
Hey, Simon. Simon is faster. I'm not answering Simon. Of course, I'm asking Simon. I mean, I mean, I have one question here, but I can imagine kind of how much time do you work a day for your business? It's 24/7, no?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's 24/7. Yeah. Wow.
Literally, as soon as I wake up, it's Discord and Twitter checking that and making sure nothing's gone wrong overnight, or there's an issue that I haven't done, or like I've left something on like a timer that the mods have noticed. It's just constant checking everything.
Do you drink something like coffee or energy drinks or anything?
I drink a lot of Sneak. I probably have a bottle and a half of that a day.
What is Sneak?
Other than that, no. It's like an energy drink.
It's like,
an energy
okay.
drink.
It's like,
a sugar-free
okay.
energy drink. It's one of our
Ah,
sponsors.
okay.
It's one of our sponsors.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we have 2 questions left, and then some questions from chat. Is that fine for you, time-wise? You just let me know if you have to go off or something.
Nope, totally fine.
Okay, perfect. Which advice would you give a new streamer on the way to partner or full-time streaming?
What advice? I would say Networking is probably the most important. Like obviously don't spam your link or go in and say I'm a streamer, but go make friends is important. Like you can't just be by yourself forever. You need to have a support network and have a network of people you can sort of speak to as well. So that would be the most important in my opinion.
Networking. Okay. And which advice would you give the Queenie from 5 years ago?
Oh my god. I actually didn't think about this one. Do you know what? I would say be a bit more confident and don't worry so much. I definitely, in the first year, I panicked a lot. Like everything, no matter what happened, I would always panic about anything and everything. OBS broke down, I'd literally panic about it. Or, a camera broke, I'd panic. So,
Technical problems, yeah, that's panic mode, yeah.
Exactly, yeah. So I think I would just say, just don't panic and take it a bit easier.
Like, oh my god, my stream disconnected. I'm the worst streamer on earth. My internet is down. Oh my god, guys. Yeah, I feel that. It's also like day depending somehow, no? Do you feel like you're sometimes panicking still or not at all anymore?
No, I definitely, I think the biggest issue is the internet. For us, if it goes down, it literally just wrecks the day. It's not very consistent here, so if it's like, oh no, it's gone down, I'll try and get live again. If it goes up and then it goes down again, I'm like, no, please.
Oh, no.
So it just ruins the whole stream, and I'm like, no, it's destroying. I feel like it's slightly my fault, but I blame myself for it. But this is nothing, I can't really control that. It's something that's out of my hands.
Do you think it will change once you've moved?
I think so. I think we're gonna go and get two different connections, one for the stream and one for our personal PCs, so that if one connection goes down, we have the second.
Well, that's smart, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
It's more money, but it's worth it.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, that were my questions. Chat, it's your turn. Do you have any questions? How long did it take before you could support yourself financially through streaming?
We've only been full-time streaming for 2 years, so financially has always been sort of not so easy because we're 2 of us. So 2 of us per stream, so it's harder to be financially stable with our setup.
Sure.
But it's nearly 2 years. Like, we're about to move into our own new house, which is obviously that's a financially good decision to have your own house, and it's cheaper than renting by a long shot. So when we move in, we'll obviously be even financially better off after that, but we just gotta wait. So I'd say for us it was 3 years into streaming, because the first year there's no schedule and there's nothing we were doing. And what we did was one of us went part-time. So Simon went part-time first, then I went part-time, and then Simon sort of stopped and he went full-time on the stream technically, and then I went full-time streamer. So we sort of slowed down our pace. We didn't just go quit, we're quitting our job.
Yeah.
No, we went from full-time to part-time, and then eased into it and realized how much we can spend, how much money we have free, and how is that going to affect us. So we did a full plan. I'm pretty good with the finances. That's generally like my thing. Simon's technical and I'm more money focused.
Yeah.
So we did pretty well, but we didn't just go. A lot of people just instantly like, right, I'm quitting my job before they get partner, and I'm like, I would never do that. That would like break my like heart a little bit. I'd be like so insecure about it. But
I mean, it can also go wrong in the end, no? Like,
exactly.
or
You've seen it
you
go
build
wrong
up so
so
much.
many.
I mean, especially if you not having any sponsors, you build your whole concept on kind of hope, that you get support, and if you don't get that support, you feel frustrated, or you feel like you're a bad streamer, a bad content creator, and all these feelings you have to handle. So that's really risky. So I also think like having your job before you have like a stable income on Twitch, before you jump into like being a full-time streamer now.
That's
To,
it.
to
Yeah,
have
you
like the
have to.
personal mental strength to also have like, if you have a bad stream, not worry and take it super personally, right? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And having like savings, at least have something where if it goes wrong, you have like a bit of money left aside that, you know, it's not going to completely, it's not going to completely like cave you for at least a couple of months. So
Yeah.
you've got time to plan.
Yeah. We have another question from Straube. Did your attitude towards games change after all these years of streaming? Wait, did your attitude towards games change after all the years of streaming? Are they still a hobby or more of a working tool? Well, that's an
Some
interesting one.
games, some games are work. Some games are a lot of work because you have to learn how to play them, and you have to like at least get some knowledge of it. And if you don't, like, then the category you go in will like they'll crucify you. At the end of the day, they want somebody to be knowledgeable. Some games you can go into and not know a single thing about, and the community will be like, "Don't worry, we got you." They'll help you with the game. Not every gaming category will do that. Like I'll
Yeah.
find like World of Warcraft was actually quite nice when I streamed that. They
Yeah.
were okay. But when I was looking at TFT, I didn't really get anybody sort of coming in and being like, "Oh, you're new, I can help you." No, nobody was. They only want like pro players, so
Yeah.
they come into somebody's stream for advice. The TFT, like
Yeah.
team fight tactics, want advice. World of Warcraft, they'll come in and they'll be like, "I know this about the game, so I'll be able to pass it on to you because you're new." So some games are chore, other games are amazing. World of Warcraft, I love Dizzy, I love PUBG. You know, there's so many games out there where you can get really addicted to still, despite streaming for so long. So I don't I don't think so. I think my attitude hasn't properly changed.
Yeah. I mean,
I still think I love gaming. Like I really love gaming to this point.
yeah, I think it's also hard to like bring joy and entertainment onto the stream if you don't really enjoy it anymore. If it's a working tool, that's kind of if you make your hobby a job. I also still enjoy gaming a lot, and I never feel bored actually. When I was first of all playing Dota only, it was pretty hard for me to play other games and enjoy other games. But now I've been coming to the point where I can't wait to play this game, that game, this game, and I don't. The week doesn't even have enough days for me to play them all. It doesn't matter if it's on stream or off stream. So yeah, I mean, I have my off stream and on stream games. That's the difference for me. But I don't know. I can't wait to play that game. Then I can't wait to play that game with the community. So it's still super hyped. So my attitude also didn't change at all. Do we have any more questions, guys? Do you want to know something?
I did see one earlier that somebody wanted to know how much our cameras cost. The EFI 100 was like £350.
Mm-hmm.
So, but you have to get the cam link as well. It's like £100. So
Yeah.
that's 450.
And then the lens also, right?
Yeah, the lens.
The lenses are super expensive, no?
Yeah, that was 200. So
Yeah, and then a mount probably a mount for the cam, right? Tripod or something, or how do you put
what,
it?
sorry?
Yeah, how do you mount your cam onto the desk or?
Oh, it's like a camera sort of stick, like a mounting stick. I can't
Mounting
remember
stick,
the
no?
exact name of it.
Yeah, but
it's
that
like
costs also something, no?
Yeah,
Little
but
bit.
that's not too bad. It's
That's
only
not
like
too bad.
£20, so it's not
Also,
too
okay.
expensive.
Oh, cool. Nice. Is this your absolute dream job, or is there something you say you'd want to do instead if you could, Queenie?
I would say that I really love animals. So when I was a kid, I wanted to be a vet, and then what I did was I was a pretty smart kid. I went and got work experience at a vet, and then I was like, God damn, I don't like blood, so that's not for me. I was like, oh dear, I really don't like blood. So I think after that, I was never sure what I wanted to do after that. I just knew that, you know, whatever I did, I had to do some type of work experience or try and learn about it. And then when we started streaming, yeah, no, this was definitely what I was sort of wanted to do and wanted to continue doing. This is for me. So I
Yeah.
think dream job. Yeah, now that I'm older and I realized, yeah, this is what I was definitely supposed to do, not be a vet,
Yeah.
because that wasn't for me. It definitely wasn't for me. I couldn't do it. I just could not do that. I couldn't look at like blood or animals
Yeah.
in pain. So
I can understand that. May I ask what you did before you went full-time streaming?
I can't exactly disclose it, but I can say one thing that we both did. Me and Simon did work at a hospital for a while because
Okay.
Northern Ireland's very small. So if I even said, somebody would be able to know exactly where I am.
Okay. All right. No worries. Okay, cool. So something completely different actually, no? Than
Yeah.
to what you're doing now. Okay.
Yeah.
What new game she wants to experience with her community? Do you have something in mind? A plan? I mean,
There's nothing
GTA.
coming up. I think there's a lot of Minecraft mods I want to check out. There's definitely a lot of them. I want to check out Hexit and Techit.
What is that?
Games though. Don't think I want to play TFT, but just I'm not good enough at it.
Oh, I hate
really
streaming
want to do that.
TFT because people are like, I just had it yesterday. A lot of people are posting their tips, but you are delayed and the rounds are so quick and you can't read it. And then they get upset if you don't listen or read it, but you can't because you're just playing your own game. So yeah, I don't like the pressure when playing TFT. What rank do you have in TFT? Do you have a rank?
I literally got ranked the other day and I'm like bronze and I'm like, oh.
I have no rank.
depressing.
That's better than me. Nice. The way she kills cats in Minecraft, nowhere should Queenie be. Well, that's Minecraft, not real life. Yeah, guys, do you have another question or are you fine? Do you know everything you wanted to know? What are your plans for the next 5 years, Queenie? That's our last question. Still be streaming? Yeah.
So sort of just to grow all the channels, I think I would love to get into some type of casting or try and just get into like events as well. For me, I'd love to help grow the gaming side in Northern Ireland a little bit. It's very, very quiet. It's not very big, which sort of sucks for me because then I have to go to England and Germany for all the gaming events. So
Yeah.
it's like so the ones over here don't do very well, but I'd love to like help that grow, and just continue on with what I'm doing. I'm enjoying it. So, stream, sleep, sneak, repeat. Yeah, exactly. That is exactly what I want to do. So.
Do you guys have a stream team made by yourself, by you and Simon?
We did. But,
you did?
We stopped it.
You stopped it?
We stopped it 2 years ago. It was a bit too much work. We were already trying to like manage everything, so we stopped that. But we are going to be opening another one in the next probably couple of months. It's something we've worked on. We've actually put like a web page up for it. We're going to work on it. It's just having the time to get everything together again hasn't been there for us. So we're trying to get into the new house and then work on that next. So
yeah,
that is a plan.
One step after the other. Oh, cool. How many more wigs do you plan on buying? Is that some question for you? Like, what does that mean? Are you?
My hair is a wig.
Oh, really?
I've told them many times it's not a wig.
The toxic, toxic button.
Very
here.
toxic.
Wow, toxic.
It's Queenie's natural hair, guys. Can't you see the hairline? What the heck? Noobs. Yeah, cool. Thank you so much for hanging out, Queenie. I had a lot of fun. There was a lot of very, very great input also for me personally. And I think for a lot of people in chat also. Thank you so much for spending time with us.
No, thank you for having me. I really enjoyed it. I love podcasts. They're so like insightful and stuff like that. You can gain like so much just by watching a podcast of two streamers talking.
Yeah. That was something that I was also personally so interested in because I was watching it and consuming these podcasts and I was like, oh God, I want to hear everything about the life of my streamer friends. And it was also some sort of hobby that I started doing it, also to challenge myself and do something like that because it's quite exciting also to invite people over to your channel, talk to people and stuff like that. Yeah. So thank you so much for participating. I had a great time, Queenie. Have a wonderful day and stream later. You're streaming, no?
Yeah, in a bit, probably like 2 hours time. So I've got a bit of time to go and get something to eat and stuff and
Okay.
chill out.
Enjoy. Have a wonderful day. And thank you so much again. Bye bye.